Hello, my yarny friends. I'm Sara Sach, and it's time for Friday Fun Day. And I've got this fun pattern for us to do, sort of a kickoff to the 2023 fall. I was going to say celebration, but really it's just a change of seasons. That's a reason to celebrate, I think, because cool weather is on the way. Now, this is called the Fall Wildflower Coaster. It's really easy and really pretty, and they're lots of fun to use. Now, I just got in my yarn stash and just pulled out some fall shades of cotton yarn, and it doesn't take very much, not even an ounce of each color. You do want to use two colors because it does bring out those petals when you change colors on those last two rows like that. And you can see that I used a variegated and a solid and a solid and a variegated. So you can use whatever yarns that you have. And the truth is you don't have to make them in fall colors. You can use whatever colors that you want. Now, one thing I do want to recommend is that you do use cotton yarns, because cotton yarns will absorb sweat as well as protect the surface of your wood or tables, whatever the surface is. Now, if you don't want to make them in cotton and you prefer acrylic, that's totally fine. Just keep in mind, if you're using a cup or a glass that's going to sweat, it's not going to absorb the water. And if you put it on a wood table, you still might get that little discoloration. They're also great just for decorating with. Put a candle on it, a little small salsa bowl, or maybe a cup of nuts or something like that for any of your fall celebrations. All right, so it has lots of fun uses, but it is a coaster. This is a big old coffee cup that I got at Hobby Lobby a few years ago, and you can see it still fits perfectly on these coasters. Now you can find the complete pattern on my blog, and as always, I'll put that blog link down in the notes underneath this video. That way you can look at the pattern, the pictures, and the video. So again, you're going to want to use a cotton, but if you want to use acrylic, that's fine too. Just make sure they're both medium weight number 4 yarns. Now these two yarns I'm going to use, this is the one I used in the center here, but I'm going to use this one for the outside edge and use this one, Peaches and Cream. I believe the color is Oasis. It's got little specks of rust and brown and some green, and it's sort of an off-white, and I think that'd be perfect for the center portion of the flower, and then finish with this one. This one is from Hobby Lobby. It's, I can't remember the color of it. It's something like orange spice, I think. Anyway, that's the Hobby Lobby brand, and then this is Peaches and Cream. Both are 100% cotton. And that's what I'm going to be using. Now you need less than an ounce of each color. And again, I do recommend that you use 2 different colors so that the petals and the lines of the flower that form those petals will pop out. If you don't, and you do it all in one color, it's still really pretty, but it doesn't have that pop. All right, we're going to use an H hook today, which is a 5.0 millimeter crochet hook. And then after that, all you need is your needle for weaving in ends and a pair of scissors. Oh, and some really cool fall coffee cups. So we're going to begin with our slip knot. And we're going to chain 5 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to join this chain 5 into a circle. So we'll put the tail of our yarn over our hook and pull it through that loop. And then we'll just snug that down and tie that stay knot. Now, if you would prefer to use a magic circle or another method of making your beginning chain, it's totally fine. All right, so we're going to go in the ring or circle and pull up a loop and chain 3. This chain 3 counts as 1 double crochet. And now we're going to stitch 9 more double crochets so that we have a total of 10. And you'll also notice that I'm stitching over that tail of yarn. And that's so we can close up this hole when we get row 1 done. Now, Sometimes you get a hole in the middle, sometimes you don't, and sometimes it depends on what yarn that you're using. But either way, we'll be able to close that up with that tail of yarn. Whoops, tail of yarn out of the way there. All right, let's see how many I have stitched. So here's our chain 3 that counts as our first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 double crochets. And again, that chain 3 counts as our first. All right. Now we're going to join to that chain 3 with a slip stitch and chain 3. All right, so we're going to turn this over and we're going to give that a nice hard pull. And now we're going to weave the end in. Now you can wait till the end to weave this in if you want to. I always just like to go ahead and get it done. And we're going to go one way. Then we'll go back the way we came, going through stitches and fibers. That's how you get it to hold. There we go. We'll go ahead and clip that off. And so for round 1, we have 10 double crochets. We joined to our chain 3 and chained 3. All right, let's do round 2. Our chain 3 counts as our first, and so we're going to stitch a second double crochet in that same stitch as our chain 3. Now we'll go to our next double crochet and stitch 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. And what we're doing on round 2 is we're stitching 2 double crochets in each of those stitches around. On round 1, we had 10 double crochets, and when we complete round 2, we'll have 20 double crochets. So 2 double crochets in each of our stitches around, and then join back to our chain 3. I have completed round 2. We stitched a double crochet in the same stitch as our chain 3, and then 2 double crochets in each stitch around. So we have 20 double crochets. We're going to join to our chain 3. Whoops, that slipped out. There we go. And chain 3. So we joined with a slip stitch and chain 3. Now for row 3, we're going to do basically what we did on row 2. So we're going to double crochet in the same stitch as our chain 3. And then 2 double crochets in each of those double crochets around. One and 2. And this will give us a nice flat center for our coaster so it doesn't curl up on us at all. All right, so 2 double crochets in each of those double crochets, working all the way around. And then we'll join back to our chain 3. I have completed round 3, and we have 40 double crochets around. All right, so I'm going to join to my chain 3 with a slip stitch, but we're not going to chain 3 because we're going to change colors. So we're going to go ahead and cut our yarn. We're finished with color 1. Now I'm going to bring in my color 2. There we go. And we're just going to chain 1. Snug everything down. All right, so we'll go in this first stitch and stitch a single crochet. And then we'll stitch a single crochet in the next 2. 1 and 2. All right, now this next stitch, we're going to stitch what's called a spike stitch or a long single crochet. All right, so we're going to go down, put our hook through the bottom of that double crochet, pull up a loop, and finish our single crochet. We just made a long single crochet. All right, so now we're going to stitch a single crochet in the next 3. 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to do that again. We're going to go down, pull up a loop, and finish our single crochet. Now it's real important when you do these that you don't pull that too tightly. And I usually kind of give it a little bit of a stretch to make sure it looks nice. And this first loop here where we put our single crochet into, you need to be careful not to let that one be too droopy, okay? And I like to sort of straighten that out so it has like a nice, almost like a V-stitch look, okay? All right, let's do another one. So we're going to stitch a single crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. I like to pull on that just a little, go down, and you can see I'm holding it back there. Grab that stitch or loop and pull it up. Finish the single crochet, and you can always take your needle and straighten that out so it looks like V's, because that's what you want it to look like, V's. Okay? And we'll continue this around this row. 1 single crochet in the next 3. And then that long single crochet in the next. And this takes a little practice. You want to get it right, but it's totally worth it. It looks so pretty. And like I said, you can take that needle and kind of straighten those out because you want them to look like V stitches, like a long V stitch. Okay? And so we'll just repeat this all the way around and join back to our first single crochet. I have completed round 4, and you can see we have 10 of those spike stitches or long single crochets, which gives us 10 petals. All right, let's do round 5. We're going to join to that first single crochet and chain 1. All right, now we're going to stitch a single crochet in that first single crochet. Then in the next single crochet, we're going to stitch 2 half double crochets. So yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, and go through all 3 of those loops. And we're going to stitch a second one in that same single crochet. Then the next single crochet, we're going to stitch a single crochet. And you can see that causes that to stand up just a little bit and makes a nice petal. We'll single crochet in the top of that spike stitch. We won't make it long, we'll make it regular. And then that brings us to our next stitches. So we'll single crochet in the next, 2 half double crochets in the next, 1 and 2, then a single crochet in the next, and then a single crochet in that spike stitch. And this is how we will repeat for round 5. 1 single crochet in the first single crochet, 2 half double crochets in the next, single crochet in the next, and then a single crochet in that spike stitch. And I really love how that adds just an extra pop, and it really looks pretty on with these 2 yarns on this particular one. All right, one more time. Single crochet in the next stitch, 2 half double crochets in, oops, I skipped a stitch there, Try that again. 2 half double crochets in the next, single crochet in the next, and then a single crochet in that spike stitch. And that gives us our nice petals. And we'll repeat this all the way around and join back to that first single crochet. I have completed round 5, and you can see how those half double crochets give us our nice petal bumps. Isn't that beautiful? I do love how this one's turning out, or how it turned out. We're going to join to that first single crochet with a slip stitch. We'll cut our yarn. Now we'll go in that next stitch and pull that loop to the back so we have a nice finish, and tie off back there. All right, so now I have a few weave-ins to do, but I'll tuck those in so you can see how it looks. Isn't that pretty? I just love these 2 yarns together. All right, so now I'm just going to take my needle and weave in all my ends so I have a nice, tidied up fall coaster. I have completed my 3rd fall wildflower coaster, and I really think I need to make one more, so I have a set of 4. But these are beautiful. It's a great way to use up some of your leftover fall colors, and even though it's not cool yet, it's a great way to look forward to the cool temperatures, make something fall, but not something that's so heavy that's going to make you get hot while you're working on it. All right, so make some of these fun wildflower coasters for you or your guests. Thanks for watching today, and I'll see you next time for Friday Fun Day.